Good day, everyone. I was listening to people in Los Angeles, in the USA, speaking during the riots and the looting and pillaging that's going on there, saying that it's okay to burn cars because it's not theirs and they are insured, and many other things related to the actions that the people are taking. They're saying that it's protesters and it's peaceful protest. Other people says that it's just criminals and looters getting involved while there's still peaceful protest. At the end of the day, I want people to think, I want you to think about what the concept of property actually means. Something that you own. You own something because a law says that you own it. And to have that law, you need a government. A lot of people don't want government. They want anarchy. And what anarchy brings is this kind of situation, because between government or a state and civil society, the people who are actually the government people that could actually do what they want to any country, there needs to be some form of agreement or tolerance for what the government does when it comes to control in any way or form. And in South Africa, where I live, there's been many forms of control imposed on people, and people can then take action. Based on that, they might not agree with it, they might protest, they might loot, they might riot, they might do many different things. This is not just something that happens in South Africa, this has happened throughout history around the world, and many governments have been toppled because of this. So the concept of property, when you say this is your property, land in South Africa, we have title deeds. Many other countries we have title deeds too. It's a British thing that was passed along, and it's only your property until the government decides to expropriate it. Because in our country we actually have an expropriation bill, not a land expropriation bill. They can expropriate anything they want if they believe it's in the interest of the people of the country, but it's always in the interest of the government and power and control, monitoring, tracking and tracing. And this is what this channel is about. We look beyond politics, because just recently in South Africa, the small aircraft industry or the aviation industry was shocked when they imposed regulations to service engines that have not been overhauled in 12 years. Now, that engine might not have run that much during that time period. And this basically recommendation by suppliers of engines came from the fact that many engines would stand for up to 12 years. And the idea is that if your engine is just standing for that long, that you should then do an overhaul on that engine. But aircraft that are used from time to time, that are serviced, don't necessarily need a major overhaul. And at the moment, because of this, and because these overhauls could cost anything from $1 million to 2 million rand, most aeroplanes that are small aircraft that are flying right now would be flying illegally, or they would not be considered airworthy. And you would have self-grounded aircraft in the order of 1,400 to 1,500 small aircraft, literally grounded, because the South African government decided to just impose this on the aviation industry. And it is a form of control. It has got nothing to do with aviation safety, because if you go and you inspect all those engines, so put a regulation in place for all the engines to be inspected, then you can actually say that they care about the safety of those aircraft. You could even have an overhauled engine, and if an inspection is not done, there could be something wrong post that overhaul that could make that engine problematic. Many times in the power generation industry, after something is overhauled, it gets stuffed up if the maintenance isn't done correctly, when that component was actually running perfectly fine beforehand. But it routinely needs to be maintained every 6 months or every 10 years or every 5 years or whatever the case may be. Now, to get back to the so-called social contract between people and governments, and the concept of property and ownership. Only as long as you have a government do you own anything, because they lay down the laws that dictate that you own something. Now you can say that you have natural or common law that says that if you purchase something, it's yours. If someone else takes it from you and no one else is stopping them, that law means nothing, absolutely nothing. And this happens in our country all the time. So we have a government that cannot control these laws. So the aviation industry is being affected now, with many, over 1,000 planes that should be grounded because of this, because they can't go and do this service on their aircraft just like that, and where they're going to get the money from. So many industries will be affected. This is a form of control. On the roads, controlling our speed limits. When our cars have become exponentially more sophisticated, more safe, etc. What they should rather look at is the people that buy their driver's licenses and control that process. But because they're not in control of that, and because people employed by government, paid by our taxpayers' money, take bribes to give people licenses that have not proven that they are capable of driving a motor vehicle, and that these people will carry on speeding and not paying their speeding fines, that they won't deal with. So where is the social contract in this country? And many news publications in the country have said recently that we are ripe for riots again. And we could see scenes like in Los Angeles in the USA. And I'm not talking for or against what these people are doing. I don't believe in protests. I don't believe in riots or anything like that. That's me personally. I believe in dealing things with things in many different ways that are way more effective. But many other people don't feel that way. And what will people do when they feel that so-called social contract with government is broken? When you go over that red line and a critical mass of people decide, stuff this is not what we want, and just go absolutely crazy. Because what suffers at the end is honest people trying to make a living, whose shops gets looted and pillaged, cars gets burnt, etc. I really hope this doesn't happen. But if our government continues to control us in this way, tell me in the comments what you think about government control, and when you will reach your absolute limit where you decide, listen, I can't anymore, and you don't have an option to leave the country, you don't have the wealth or the financial means to do it. What are you going to do? What are you going to do on the ground when government controls us in such a big way? If you see what is happening in the US, in Los Angeles, US President Donald Trump sent in the National Guard, he sent in Marines. Our government has used the military in the past, and many people have been killed because of it, civilians, by our own military. So what will happen? What will that look like? Tell me in the comments what you think about control and the concept of ownership of property, and what you think will happen if we don't have a government, if we have anarchy and there's no controls, there's no regulations, there's no laws anymore. What do you think will happen? Because at the end of the day, I believe we need a completely new governance system where government is devolved down to smaller areas in the country for all people, from all backgrounds, from all religions, from all cultures. And people will naturally find their place in the sun. And what is important is that they're given as much freedom as possible, and that you regulate things wisely. Regulate how the person drives, not the speed limit of the car. Our speed limits, I believe, are fine. Most people are happy with them. I don't see people begging for the speed limit to be dropped throughout the country. People, tell me in the comments what you think. Where this will end up in South Africa, this control. And it's not going to stop at speed, the speed of cars only. This is an excuse to put cameras on every flippin' road in the country you can imagine. They said automated cameras. And they said the fines will be massive and the punishment will be heavy. So it's about making money. Tell me what you think in the comments. Thank you so much. Till the next video.